What's up, everybody? Doing a quick review and walkthrough of the Jackson Bite FD today. This is the 2020 model, and just going to do a quick little walkthrough and show you some of the bells and whistles and talk a little bit about what this kayak's got. Alright guys, so as we start at the front of the kayak here, you have a nice little storage area. You can keep dry bags, small cooler, whatever you'd like up there. Got the little recessions here for your rod tips as you can lay them down in the cockpit of the kayak. You got gear tracks up front here. You can mount cameras, fish finders, all sorts of things. You got those on either side of you here. This is the Jackson pedal system. It's called their Flex Drive. It is the full bicycle motion. Your drive system sits down, let's see, about a foot below the kayak, about a foot into the water. One of the great things about Jackson's drive system is if you come across a stump, if you come into shallow water, you're not going to damage this system. Say you hit a log, any sort of obstruction, that pedal system pops back up into the hull of the kayak, and you'll go right over the top of it. That's a really, really cool feature that Jackson does that not many other companies are doing right now. Got a super comfortable seat. Seat's very, very high. That's kind of one of the more uncomfortable parts of most sit-on-top kayaks, is you're often sitting really, really low right on the surface of the kayak. You're sitting up nice and high here, which gives you ample room under the seat for storage. It's just a very comfortable seat. The seat can also be adjusted forward and backward depending on how tall you are. You got track system right here beside you. You just loosen your bolts there, and the seat it's much easier as you're sitting in it, but the seat can slide forward and backwards on these tracks, and then just lock your seat back down using the little clips there. Jackson's steering system, also a little bit different than a lot of companies. I guess steering cables run the length of the kayak up top here. You just simply move them forward, backward. That's going to turn you left or right. The rudder assembly and steering assembly. So at the back of the kayak here, turns the kayak really, really well. I was very, very surprised with the turning radius on this thing. So again, in the back you got another rear tank well, spacious. You can fit a bait tank, cooler, dry bags, anything you could want. 2 flush mount rod holders behind the seat. You got paddle holders on the sides here. Even being a pedal drive kayak, you're going to want to carry a paddle with you for super shallow water. That was another thing I really, really liked about this kayak. It paddles incredibly well for a big kayak. This is a big, stable platform to fish off of. Generally with that you make a compromise with speed, but that was not the case with this kayak. So, things I really, really liked about demoing this kayak. Speed. Using that Flex Drive system, I was able to pretty comfortably get up to about 4.5 miles an hour reading on my GPS. That's a good bit faster than the other pedal kayaks I've been in that are comparable in price. and especially considering the stability of the kayak, I felt like that was a very, very good speed. You're going to be able to get to where you want to go. Again, stability. I could stand and throw a cast net off of this thing, and I never felt like I was going to take a swim in the drink. I absolutely loved how solid this thing is to stand in. Throwing a cast net from a kayak is important to me because I do a lot of catfishing. I need to catch my own bait. If you were going to be saltwater fishing, you might be catching your own bait. So it really opens up some possibilities. Standing and casting from it, again, you're not going to fall out. It's just a solid kayak. The open cockpit gives you a lot of options for fishing, a lot of options for rigging. If I had to pick a bass fishing kayak, this would probably be right now my first choice. You got a lot of open space, plenty of deck space. You can stand and cast from it. You're going to be able to skip up under branches, all sorts of stuff because of the open design of the kayak and the stability. So the Bite FD comes right in at $2,200 MSRP. At that price, you are not going to find, in my opinion, a better pedal drive kayak on the market. So anyway, I hope that gave you a pretty good idea of the Bite FD from Jackson Kayak. Really great boat. If you're in the market for a new kayak, check it out. Swing on by to Duke Outdoors in Lancaster, South Carolina, and he'll hook you up.